So basically, this week there's been some drama when it comes to the AP NFL MVP award. Is it going to go to Aaron Rodgers again, even though hashtag not my MVP? Maybe we'll see. But one voter based in Chicago made a kerfuffle saying that he would not vote for Aaron Rodgers because he's a jerk. And then Rodgers, of course, took the high road and clapped back and called the guy a bum. By the way, who calls people bums? Like, what is this? The 20s? Does Rodgers have like those orange circus peanuts in his pocket? Like, what the hell? What is this? But also, isn't that insulting to homeless people and people who ride on trains frequently? Aaron, come on, man. But yeah, we're gonna dig through this because it's hilarious. It is really funny. So starting off, the guy's name is Hub Arkush. And what happens with these voting things, whether it be MVP, whether it be Hall of Fame, people will not vote for someone who's clearly going the best candidate, even though I'm not saying that Aaron Rodgers is the best candidate. I have to tiptoe around here too. Because he said he's not voting for Rodgers because he's a jerk. I'm not voting for Rodgers if I had to vote because of religious exemption. Like, I cannot vote for this man or this stupid team. Anyway, so Hub Arkush, who, by the way, is doing this for attention. Like, no one knew who Hub Arkush was, and no one will know who he is after this. But we're talking about him, so maybe he won. I don't know. A veteran Chicago sports writer told blah, blah, blah. He's not voting for Rodgers, blah, blah, blah. I don't think you can be the biggest jerk in the league and punish your team and your organization and your fan base the way that he did and be the most valuable player. Well, do you see them? Do you see them with Jordan Love? Like, they're an XFL team. He's been the most valuable on the field. Yeah, you could make that argument. Well, that's the only argument. Because what bothers me so much is that all of the... Well, we'll finish this statement. Yeah, I could say JTT, Tom Brady, Cooper Kupp, even though you could say Mahomes too. I mean, they were dead on arrival. So where the rest is going to be with trust. Do I think he's going to win? Probably a lot of voters don't approach it that way. I do, but others do, who I've spoken to. By the way, voters voting until after the award has been announced. I'm probably pushing the envelope by saying who I'm not voting for, but we're not really supposed to reveal our votes. I just think that the way he carried himself is inappropriate. Argus said, I think he's a bad guy. I don't think a bad guy can be the most valuable guy at the same time. Of course, he's talking about Aaron Rodgers and his inoculation. But here's what bothers me. So these voters for MVP as well, definitely Hall of Fame voters, especially in baseball, by the way, they are so sanctimonious. They're like, we are the guardians of the gatekeepers of this blah blah blah. And every single year, without fail, there will be someone who votes against or who does not vote for someone who is a slam dunk candidate. It's like, oh, Ken Griffey Jr. I'm not. Here's the reasons why I'm not voting for Ken Griffey Jr. or Derek Jeter. Or, Babe Ruth wasn't a unanimous Hall of Famer, and then they write a column about it, and then they expect people to just like, oh, hey, here's that attention you ordered. That's exactly what Arkush is doing here. He could have just not voted for Rodgers, and it could have been just swept under the rug, nice and quiet. Doesn't win unanimous MVP. That's fine. But no, he had to go make us think about it because, well, A, he's probably looking for attention. Like, he's an older guy. He's just so old. I mean, look at his loose skin and old balls. But yeah, he's getting attention. So maybe, like we said, he's accomplished what he set out to do. But also, He's trying to make a statement, and that he thought that because of his stance, he would get so many pats on the back and just so many polite golf claps from people who agree with him. But I mean, overall, the response that he's gotten, even outside of Packers fans, it hasn't been good. Because even if you think that way, even if you do think that Aaron Rodgers is a jerk, like this, no. Arkush came off as more of a jerk. And of course, Rodgers should have taken the high road and be like, well, I do not know who this person is, but it's their opinion, and there's nothing you can do. But of course, Rodgers. I hate that I'm actually starting to like Aaron Rodgers just a little bit. Like, I still hate him with every fiber of my being, but he's starting to grow on me, man. Maybe this is laying the groundwork for him to come and be the Vikings quarterback, which I can't do. But by the way, this was on NFL.com. Which is amazing. So, Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers called NFL award voter for now. He's getting that vote yanked. A bum on Wednesday. I think he's a bum Rodgers said Wednesday. I think he's an absolute bum. He said this in his news conference too. He didn't say this on McAfee. He said this like with the regular media jackals who probably know Hub Arkush or know him and have worked with him. He doesn't know me. I don't know who he is. Well, you just said his name. No one knew who he was. He didn't say his name until yesterday's comments, which is fair. I listened to the comments, but to say he had his mind made up in the summertime in the offseason that I had zero chance of winning MVP, in my opinion, should exclude future votes. His problem isn't with me being a bad guy or the biggest jerk in the league because he doesn't know me. He doesn't know anything about me. I've never met him. I've never had lunch with him. I've never had an interview with him. His problem is I'm not vaccinated, even though he's inoculated. If he wants to go on a crusade and collude and come up with an extra letter to put on the award just for the season to make it the most valuable vaccinated player, then he should do that. But he's a bum. I'm not going to waste any more time worrying about that stuff. He doesn't know what I do, who I am. He's never talked to me in his life. It's unfortunate that those sentiments, it's surprising that he would even say that, to be honest. But yeah, it's plausible. I talked about it on Pac Mag weeks ago, but crazy. So, like I said, Rodgers has a point. He does. And you know what they should do? They should make all the voting public. Like every single vote should be public. Here, because for the AP, there's 50 voters, and every single vote should be public for MVP, for all pro teams as well. All of their votes should be public, right? And some voters who vote not according to Hoyle, they don't vote for chalk, then they'll do their own articles like, well, here's why I voted XYZ, just for attention, just for clicks. It's a strategy. It is. And frankly, I do agree. Like people who grandstand, people who try to make political statements with their vote, yes, it should be taken away. Or dilute the voting pool. Like add 150 voters to the pool. Like people who actually understand the game, people actually know it. So you have 200 voters. So now instead of having 2% of the vote, they would have 0.5% of the vote. Really good at math. Really good at math. So yeah, do something like that. Oh, and also this, of course. So after the blowback, Hub Arkush, after he just got smacked around by everyone, by the way, like even people in the media were like, no. Of course, he came in hat in hand. I made a terrible mistake with my Aaron Rodgers comments. It was completely my fault. There's no one else to blame. I'm here to try and apologize. My column is unlocked and free for all to read here. So I was like, oh, this is so self-serving. It's like, my bad. Like, hey, read my column. Give my website clicks. Hey, I took down the paywall. Who's paying for a Hub Arkush content? Anyway, I don't understand. But I hate things like this because it's starting to make me humanize Aaron Rodgers, and I hate it. I don't like it. So, hey, Hub Arkush, this is all your fault, man. This is on you. I blame you. So, yeah, but it's funny, man. This actually cheered me up. Like, this whole manufactured drama, it cheered me up as the Vikings aren't making the playoffs. Well, there's going to be changes, so that cheers me up too. But this was hilarious. I loved it. But your thoughts and our thoughts, weighing in on the Rodgers jerk bum controversy. Oh, phrasing. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work, put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.